My name's Keegan Neve. Started off running a blog called Neve Engineering, and kind of a little bit out of hand, I quit my job and created a design engineering company. I keep forgetting to do marketing for the company, so I thought I'd mention it now, because I will forget for the rest of the week. But yeah, I always had a lifelong interest in robotics. After I saw Short Circuit when I was a kid, so I always wanted to build Johnny 5 basically. I don't have a room for the full 8-foot tall version, but I have met a full-size replica. But as soon as he opened the door to his workshop and Johnny 5 was stood there, I was 8 years old. It was amazing.
So impressive.
And he'd never built anything like this before. So that's an important thing to me, is getting people making things. So this was during the pandemic. It's Ryan over at Nottingham Johnny 5 replica. Definitely go check him out. Amazing work. But he was a forklift operator and a mechanic. And when the pandemic kicked in, obviously everyone came home. And he always loved the film. So he said, I'm going to build myself a head. So he started work on the Johnny 5 head. He made that and goes, well, I made this. So he then carried on going and made the full robot with no real experience in this area whatsoever. And it is a genuine work of art. And since that, he's now started taking that robot around, and he's even been paid to go out to like conventions in Texas and things like that with an 8-foot tall robot. And the logistics of that alone are mind-boggling. But that's just the thing I love about making, is it's just what you can do. You get started, you've got no idea what you're doing. Nobody does. And that is a thing that everyone needs to remember. Like the first version of this robot was literally a remote control car. I ripped everything out of and put a Raspberry Pi on there with a motor controller hat. And it was hot glued in place because I had a 3D printer because they're the new interesting thing, but I genuinely didn't know how to use it at the time. Good morning. And then I got it moving around with the keyboard, doing a bit of teleoperation. So I upgraded from hot gluing it straight on there to a Lego plate. So that I could then hot glue Lego to components that I could then move around easier, so I had sensors and things like that. And bit by bit, did more of the 3D printing. And looking back at the original design, it's one of those things a lot of people go, oh, I look back at my early work and I cringe. And it's like, if you don't cringe, it means you haven't grown. But yeah, so it's one of those things, just get started and do something fun. Like Ryan, who'd never built anything on that sort of scale before, he's now brought enough in that he can build a second one, so he can have Johnny 5 from the second film with the red toolbox, which has one of my stickers on it, by the way. So if you see a Johnny 5 replica with my little logo popping up over his left shoulder, every time he meets a celebrity, I can just see my sticker there. It makes me so damn happy. It really does.
Cool.
But yeah, again, I'm here with a robot that's mostly in pieces. Pretty much every event I come to, sadly, it's similar today. So yeah, I'm unfortunately here once again with a robot not quite working. But again, I've given a number of talks, and some of my more popular videos on YouTube, not that there are many, but basically,
what is your YouTube?
It's Neve Engineering, so youtube.com/NeveEng. So it's nice and easy, thankfully. But yeah, the most popular videos and the most popular talks are always how not to do something. Because everyone talks about how they do it and it's perfect, and you don't see all the mistakes and the pain. So when you try something and you hit the pain yourself, you think, well, this isn't right, they didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's important that we show how things go wrong. Like this stuff made here, this American fellow whose name completely escapes me, he makes amazing things like a self-playing pool cue that uses computer vision to track all the balls and everything, or a jigsaw solving machine. Mm-hmm. He shows all of the pain he goes through. The videos are like 40 odd minutes long, but they're amazing because it goes into all of the details, and he has the guts to kind of go, yeah, this is where it went wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, when I bring these things along and I show people like how they go together and how like this can look complex and this, but at the end of the day, it's a Raspberry Pi on the back, and it's got a amplifier hat for the speakers on the front. The servos connect via USB, and there's a couple of Python scripts that connect the two. So it looks complex because the wires are everywhere and everything, but when you break it down into the steps, you know, it's like I said with the remote control car. If you can boot the Pi and control 2 motors, well, there's nothing stopping you from controlling 4 motors. And I'm starting to sound like an old advert for the Royal Navy. If you can fix a skateboard, you can fix a bike, and then it works its way through the things. And it's like, yes, and you can fix a Lynx attack helicopter. It's like, I just want to fix my skateboard, dude. But yeah, and it's one of those things like step by step, you pick up things over time, especially coming to events like this at Smurf in Manchester. This is where you meet your people. Like, if you're interested in these sorts of things, then you will meet people here, you will chat to them. Like the fellow behind me had a question about how to build a robot that does teleoperation.
Yeah.
And I immediately said, I'll bet the problem is with the camera and how much resources it uses. And you're like, yes. I said, right, I will send you information on how to solve all of these problems. Because I've hit them, and if I've hit a problem, someone else will. And if I can help them get past that quicker, it means they can carry on with the fun stuff. So yeah, that's, what is it? A rising tide lifts all boats, and that's what we're here to do, is lift each other up. So yeah, it's always a bit of fun, and yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
So, Neve Engineering.
Yep.
On YouTube.
And if you search wherever I have accounts at the minute, if you search for Neve Engineering, you'll find me. Especially if you just find the logo as well, which I didn't design. I'm good at functional design, but you've got to get me to draw something and I'm useless. So yeah, one of the first things I did was find someone who could and goes, I will give you money, make me look cool. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No worries, yeah, thank you.